the Musketeers, and we're very proud to say that through the years, in the face of danger, we have gone away. But hey.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to the show. Oh, this is Three Musketeers bar. Want some? Oh, right. Scream.
Don't you hate chocolate?
I do. This stuff is like kryptonite to me. But I figured I should probably get into the spirit because, well, we're reviewing Three Musketeers.
We got another obscure one for you here, folks. However, this one actually came back into the public eye rather recently, because it's going to be featured in the next Kingdom Hearts game. I actually remember seeing the trailers for this back in '04 when it first came out. Since at the time Disney was rather notorious for their direct-to-video releases, this was kind of overlooked. Despite Mickey, Donald, and Goofy appearing in dozens of cartoons and media over the years, this was their very first animated feature together. So, why is this one overlooked? Well, only one way to find out.
We seem to be on an obscurity streak lately, so why stop now?
This is the Three Musketeers. Ugh. Oh, I'm so gonna pay for eating that chocolate earlier.
We start off in a TV studio preparing for a reading of the Three Musketeers. Huh, because it's like one of those masterpiece theater kind of things.
Good evening, I'm Yakko Warner, and I welcome you to Disasterpiece Theater.
So anyway, this Turtle's our narrator, and we segue into the real story, where we learn that when they were younger, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy were saved by the Three Musketeers, who saved them from being mugged, and then it became their dream to be Musketeers themselves.
And I just happen to have a song about this!
Oh yeah, one thing you may notice, all the songs in this movie are sung to the tune of classical pieces of music. You might call that a bit lazy on Disney's part, but for the setting of this, I actually think it's a nice touch. Anyway, after our first song, we see our main characters as 18th century janitors.
Humpty Dumpty Bum. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah! Oh, why did we need to see that?
After that mind-scarring scene, we get a bit of slapstick with the usual bad to worse chain reaction, and then Pete, who's the captain of the Musketeers, chews them out and...
Are you okay?
I'll be fine, Shinx. It's just the chocolate. Okay.
Anyway, we're now introduced to Princess Minnie and her assistant Daisy. Even though she should technically be a queen since there's no sign of any other king or queen around, so, you know what? I'm gonna call her Queen Minnie anyway, if only because I play Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, Minnie here seems to be pretty fixated on trying to find her one true love.
Hiding in the hedgerows, sneaking up on tiptoes, love's first
Oh yes! What Disney movie would be complete without a mind-numbingly slow song about love?
Love is creeping nearer. How can you stand it so?
Your Highness!
Did they just actually do a drop a safe gag?
I think I'm starting to appreciate this film more.
So yeah, a safe. This movie has a lot of cartoony gags, so you better get used to it. After that, we see that the Beagle Boys of all people managed to get into this movie, and they're racing back to tell their boss that they failed the job, who is of course, Pete. Yeah, you knew he was gonna be the bad guy. Oh, and Clarabelle works for him apparently. Wait, we have Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pete, Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle. The classic gang's all here, but where's Horace? Anyway, Pete's plan is to have Minnie kidnapped by the opera so he can become king. But a wrench is thrown in the works when Minnie demands bodyguards after the failed assassination. Pete, however, sees his chance with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy and promotes them to full Musketeers, thinking they'll just screw up like always. Yes, I know, the jokes have been done to death a million times over by now, but I gotta say it, it's still a better love story than Twilight. Oh yeah, that turtle. Yeah, he pretty much shows up around every song to kind of break the fourth wall for a little bit, and to lead into the song. Here he brings us into probably one of my favorite songs in the movie.
I was born to cheat and lie. I'm a mean, rotten guy. When you ask me why I'm nasty, here's my reason why.
I don't know, I just find it really fitting that they have the villain's song sung to the tune of Hall of the Mountain King.
Come and cheer me, love and fear me, Pete, he's king of friends. Why'd the music stop?
Oh yeah, Pete has a good amount of medium awareness in this movie. I mean, he even acknowledges the film's running gag.
The opera's tomorrow night.
You should know better than to look to us for an explanation.
So anyway, Pete sends his goons to attack it. Wait a minute. That might be a bit of a stretch. Anyway, Pete's goons manage to get away with Queen Minnie, but the Musketeers go after them to Mother Gothel's tower.
Oi, what we do about them Musketeers?
We's 87 floors up. It'll be hours before they's on us.
Hold it right there! You fiends!
Inconceivable!
Okay, last Princess Bride joke, I swear. Anyway, it's Goofy who ends up saving the day using a gag from earlier in the movie. And then we see Mickey and Minnie start to truly fall in love with each other.
Will them now bloom on their way back to Paris? Perhaps if I sing them a song.
Oh, I have piano stashed all over the countryside, just for this kind of occasion.
We watch the sunset.
Too mushy for you?
Oh, it's the chocolate. Excuse me.
I guess I'll keep the review going? So... Pete decides to take them out one at a time, and he's not messing around anymore. He gets rid of Goofy and nearly lops Donald's head off.
Come back here, you little bird meat! Go!
That's gotta be the slowest moving guillotine in existence. So, Mickey finds Donald hiding and he tells him the evil plan. Mickey tries to reason with him, but Donald ends up running away and...
Back.
You okay?
How did George Carlin put it again? Oh yes. I engaged in an involuntary personal protein spill.
Sounds pleasant.
Okay, where are we?
Donald ran off?
Right. Anyway, Pete decks Mickey and drags them off to the Mont Saint-Michel, which is actually a real place in Normandy, France, so props to them for using an actual location.
Hey there! Hi there! Ho there! You're as welcome as can be.
Pete mocking Mickey with the intro to the Mickey Mouse Club. That is awesome. Anyway, Pete leaves Mickey to die alone in the dungeon.
Enjoy your brief stay here at the Mont Saint-Michel. You know, they say the tide comes in faster than horses.
While that's an abridged version, that is actually how Victor Hugo, the original author of Hunchback of Notre Dame, actually described the real Mont Saint-Michel. And while it's a monastery, it was at one point a prison, so it would have a dungeon. Why am I taking the time to say all this? To show you all that Disney can in fact be historically accurate, so to all you naysayers, bite me. Anyway kiddies, there's your history lesson for today. And here's where we come to a really weird part of the movie, and with what we've seen so far, that's saying a lot. Basically, Clarabelle is assigned to kill Goofy by tying him in chains and throwing him off a bridge. Goofy spontaneously falls for Clarabelle, and he wins her over. In song.
Your chains of love now hold me tight. Your bovine beauty makes my heart take flight.
You will not change my mind one smidge. I'm going to drop you screaming off this bridge.
My milkmaid miss, you charm my soul. You leave me utterly beyond control.
Yes, Clarabelle, we are just as confused as you are.
Has set my heart.
Yup, still a better love story than Twilight. Anyhow, after that, Goofy has to drag Donald back kicking and screaming, but it takes a narrator insulting him to finally snap him out of it.
Hold it. If we're gonna have a drowning scene, we're going to do this in the most terrifying way possible. And I think you know what I mean.
Anyway, they end up saving Mickey and they go off to stop Pete, and now we finally get to see what his big plan was that he's been building up all this time.
My duties have become too overwhelming for a delicate flower such as myself. Therefore, I now present your new ruler, King Pete.
Wait a second, this sounds familiar.
I'm king of all France! I feel like eating a snail.
Wow, I figured it out. This is a throwback to the Great Mouse Detective! I mean, seriously, a clearly fake ruler putting the bad guy in a position of power. I mean, look, they even have the same kind of outfit.
Brilliant. Far too brilliant.
So the gang ends up making it to the opera, and we have ourselves a little battle during the musical, and... sorry, folks, it's the chocolate. Gonna have to plow through this. Mickey fights Pete solo, they end up uniting and beating Pete, saving the princesses, and they all end up becoming Musketeers in the end. The end!
Think you can last long enough for the closing statement?
I'll try. Anyway!
I know a lot of literary purists are gonna rage about them turning the Three Musketeers into a lighthearted comedy with cartoony gags, but if Brave and the Bold can get away with making Batman of all things campy, then this movie deserves some slack. Personally, I see this movie as more of a send-up to all the old Disney cartoons. I mean, you got the classic gang, they gave Pete back his peg leg, and even right down to all the Musketeers looking like Goofy. This movie knows exactly what it is and never once takes itself too seriously. I mean, yeah, it has its dark moments where it needs to be, but it never really loses the lighthearted tone overall. However, if there is something I can complain about, it's the songs. While I still love the idea that all the songs are sung to the tune of classical pieces of music, it's bogged down because, well, most of them aren't really that good. One of the big things is that half the songs in the movie are love songs. Yes, I'm counting the Goofy and Clarabelle one. While that one itself is okay, the other ones are just so mind-numbingly slow. That is not to say I'm against slow songs or love songs in any way. It's just that, at least in a movie like Beauty and the Beast, romance is the central premise of it, ergo, a slower song or a love song can work. This is a comedy, and it just kinda seems out of place. Sure, you can make the argument that it's a romantic comedy, but even so, when love songs, and mediocre ones at that, take up half of your soundtrack, something's wrong. However, that's my only true complaint. Overall, I see this as a hidden gem among all those direct-to-video releases, and I for one can't wait to play this world in Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Now, if you folks will kindly excuse me, I'm going to go retch. And then I'm going to go murder Wonka.
I'm Shinko, he's Lenny, and I'm gonna need a mop.
Huh, nice job, nerd. You pulled through.
It's Nega Cinco. And what in the Negaverse are you wearing?
It was a fast disguise. I had to improvise. Perfect. Everybody's here. Okay. Next time we do another one of their stupid little videos, we let them have it. Oh, gross! Oh, what is this? Chocolate?
Oh, that's just
I think I just saw it move.